What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Is it checking on your credit score? Didn't think so. At Chime, that's exactly what they do. With their secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, you can start to build credit with your own money. Chime reports your payments to credit bureaus to help you build credit over time. Their members see an increase of 30 points on an average. All of this is no annual fees, large security deposits, or credit checks to apply. So start your credit journey with Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/think. That's chime.com/think.
The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank, N.A. pursuant to license from Visa USA. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Regular on-time payment history can have a positive impact on your credit score. Impact to score may vary, and some users may not improve. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven or any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM.
Welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast. 3 moms getting real with parenthood, relationships, and our WTF moments of our daily lives.
Yes.
This is the Think Loud Crew, you guys.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Today.
Yes, we pray that everyone had like a really good holiday and a safe New Year's Eve. And just today Cheyenne will not be joining us. She literally just got back from a 16-hour flight. She was in Dubai living her best life. If you have not seen her pictures,
story,
go check out. Yeah, I'm gonna see if she could do another little reel highlight. We should do some little reels of our New Year's or our holiday recaps if you're down. Yeah. But so today it's just the 3 of us. My name is R. And or today it's just the 2 of us. I'm looking around.
Who's the third? Who's the third person?
I'm a tad bit tired.
Cheyenne spirit.
Yeah. Gosh, we're attached.
Real sisters. I love it. I love it.
Hi, Shannon. I feel like we haven't really talked in the last few days. There's been a little small talk chit chat, but what's going on with you? How was your New Year? How was the holiday?
The holidays was good. I just wanted to touch on real quick and give an update on my my tapping experience that I talked to you about. It was so amazing, and it really brought in a whole different view of how to deal with your traumas or the things that you're going on in life. And it was such an intimate intimate event. It was so cute. I don't know if you guys follow me. I posted the space, and it was just super magical. Dim lights and tea that was lit, was keeping warm by a candle. It was just, everything was just so intimate and beautiful, and everyone just got super close, and it was just an amazing event, and learning how to tap, and a lot of people got emotional, and it was just really interesting. And I'm really happy I went, and I'm happy that I went out of my comfort zone, because I learned so much and got to just have new tools into life and tools for Parker. So it was just really cool to be in that space and get to meet new people.
When you say tools for Parker, things that you can actually teach him from that event, or
so she was saying that at some schools, which I find is very interesting, that they learn how to do tapping. So when your kid is going through a tantrum or going through something, you can ask them to tap, like you can tell them like, what are you feeling? So tapping is a lot about like saying out loud what you're going through. So the different tap areas is the forehead, the middle of your eyebrows, the side, under your eye, under your nose, chin, chest, right here, and then under your arms, under your, is this like your side?
Like side boob area?
Side boob area, and patting it,
Okay.
tapping it, I guess, and then your wrist.
Ooh.
So you tap, you can say like, today I'm feeling sad, or, you know, for kids, but then with adults, we can get in deeper and like saying the things that are like, we're struggling with, and tapping it and doing all.
Yeah, I stay doing weird shit with Messier, like, hey, will you like, or hey, like, or just doing whatever I'm doing. Watch me be like, oh.
Right when I got home, I was like, Parker, how are you feeling? Tap it, and then right here.
Tap it. This is gonna be my new thing with Boz. I'm always like, come on, let's breathe it out. And like he'll be having his tantrum, and then all of a sudden he'll be like he's really breathing it out. But now I'm gonna see if he can like tap it, because sometimes the breathing, it's like the breathing is not breathing.
Right. It was just really amazing, like you can really tap into yourself. And the person who gave the event was just telling us just how it works for her. She's actually a therapist. So she was just telling us how she works with her clients and stuff like that. And I just thought it was so amazing. And she got really deep with every one of us. And it was just really cool to just be in such an intimate setting and people being so comfortable with one another. So
when you say deep, like, was it like a question? Like, was she asking personal questions? Like, was it emotional? Were people crying? Were people laughing? Like, what was the vibe?
It was emotional, because she asked a question. She said, what did you not like the most about, because we're like going into the new year. So what are the things that you struggled with the past year?
So there's a lot of like self-reflection.
Yes.
And like,
and so a lot of people were talking about, business and like, feeling like they were failing, and then tapping into like the deep rooted feelings of like, I'm starting a business, but where is it going? And I don't know where it's going to go. So I feel like a failure, having those ups and downs. And so it's really interesting that people are opening up in such a vulnerable place. Like people are being very vulnerable, and it was beautiful. And then some people got very emotional because they were scared to tap and scared to open their minds and feel and see where that would take them. So people started crying and like, I don't know how I feel about tapping. And because she was telling us to tell, like, tapping out the negative, so you have to say it out loud. And somebody was very scared and voiced it and told her like it was a scary thing for her. So she really worked that within the whole group of, everyone were strangers to one another.
Yeah. That was going to be my next question. Were there like people in there that you could see like where friends came together, or were there a lot of like individual, like random strangers coming together in what sounds like this very cathartic experience?
Yes. So some people came with friends, and then some people came like how I came, just wanting to step out of their shell and learn and be around different people. So there was a lot of people that so it was just, that's cool. Like, there was a bunch of variety of people that were there, so it was really cool to see. And it was a really cool experience. And
when we finally in real life have our first Think Loud Crew event for the public that we have talked about multiple times, y'all, but like It is coming one day. When we do it, we want to do it right. And every time we talk about it, it's just like it feels rushed. And then we're like, hold on. So when we do this event in the future, do you think we should do an event like a collaboration with this the person who hosted the event?
I think that'd be so cool. And I think she
Okay.
would love to like share her lessons. And it was really just how she was talking to us and teaching us. It was just very knowledgeable, and just everything was just perfect. So I think it'd be
Cool.
a great event.
Okay, so yeah, I think we should have a conversation with her on the podcast so Cheyenne and I can like come up to speed, I feel, and feature her and just get to know, we all get to know her better. And then rather than us trying to throw this big event together, we can just collaborate with people who are already doing things. Duh. And then just do like a Think Loud crew, like collaborative like event with her. So
ta-da!
Guys, we are always trying to work things out. There's just a lot going on, like
so much going on,
and it's we're balancing our schedules, it's our children's schedules, it's family schedules, work on work, and it's like layers of that, just entrepreneurial life. So it's
yeah. But
we're gonna do better.
And I love talking to everybody because I love that. I love when people reach out to me and can relate, or something that I said, and they'll be like, "Oh my goodness, tell me more about it." So I love this space as well. So, but it's always like you said, it's a big time juggle.
Yeah, no, but I'm happy that you brought this up because there was something that you said that day when we were talking, and you were talking about how you want to do more to like embrace yourself versus trying to find yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't remember your exact wording, but like that's kind of what I took from it. And after I heard that, that really, really stuck with me for a while. And I was like, that's so crazy. Like, I feel like there were all these years where I was like, who am I? Like, let me find myself. But it wasn't like, that wasn't the purpose of my journey. I feel like now in the place that I am, it was more so like actually embracing myself and like stepping into myself.
Yes.
And it's crazy because like, I feel like life for me right now is really, there's a lot of pivots going on, and they're like good pivots, but it's like, there's been like a shift. Like I feel this shift, and it's I've been leaning into this discomfort, or this like newness of like just embracing myself and being like, oh wait, you know what? This is who I am. This is what I like to do. This is what I can do. This is what I'm good at. These are not my strengths. Like these are my weaknesses. Help me here. And recently, like I've had all these like prayers and like wants and like desires, business wise, and like just expanding on myself. And it's crazy, but like they've been presented to me, my prayers, I feel like were answered. And it's like the last few weeks have been really kind of transformative in a way.
Okay.
And it was kind of cool because I was like kind of not stressing out, but like I put a lot of pressure on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was putting these like crazy deadline expectations on things. And then it was like stuff was not working out how I wanted it to work out.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Hello? Sorry.
That just reminded me there's this You know how like what is it like on there's like the Black Twitter feed or something, Black Twitter thread or something. I don't remember the page exactly, but like there was this one little I saw these clips recently where it was like when Black people hear sounds in their house, they just be like,
Hello? What? Hello? Anyone there?
but it was like everyone just like at the same time, just like give me to stop and look. And I was cracking up because I definitely like I know those sounds
All
and
the
I know
time.
that moment where you're like, okay, we good, like blah blah, blah. So it was yeah, that just made me laugh. Ha 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 ha.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Is it checking on your credit score? Didn't think so. At Chime, that's exactly what they do. With their secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, you can start to build credit with your own money. Chime reports your payments to credit bureaus to help you build credit over time. Their members see an increase of 30 points on an average. All of this is no annual fees, large security deposits, or credit checks to apply. So start your credit journey with Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/think. That's chime.com/think. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank, N.A. pursuant to license from Visa USA. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Regular on-time payment history can have a positive impact on your credit score. Impact to score may vary, and some users may not improve. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven or any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM.
Wait, but back to what I was saying. Yeah. So I was think I was just putting like too much pressure on myself. And then on top of that, I'm like trying to move. I'm still like moving. I was still settling in. Like it was the first time that I was probably still for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because we've
No,
just
that's
been back and forth to LA. So December, I was like, you know what? Don't work. Like it was kind of like whatever that means for me,
yeah.
just do like bare minimum if I can. In the sense of just being present with like family. This was my first holiday in DC. Like I was just trying
Yeah.
not to like bog myself down with like just myself. And so I put everything on like literally just like stopped doing things, and just prayed a lot. Like I feel like this was like my season of like prayer, and then things happened. And it's like it's crazy. It's happening fast. It's not even that it's happening fast. It's only been it's just been a few weeks, and it's happening, and it's like been peaceful. It's been organic. And I was really praying for like a business partner, and yeah, it's someone who I've known. Like it's the same situation with Shannon, where Shannon and I have known each other since before we were born. It's one of my friends who our parents go back. I want to say my dad knew her parents since they've been maybe like 8.
Oh, wow.
And it's Haley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So my friend Haley, yeah, Haley's been living in France the last 10 years, but before that, in our own way, we were raised together, we grew up together, we've had many experiences together, like we've lived life together.
So you guys are now
We really
meshed
complement each other. So she's trying to come more into like the entrepreneurial lane, and she has a very like corporate background, and it's like I'm trying to cross over more into like corporate stuff. And it's not even crossing over into corporate, but it's like it is crossing over to corporate. Let me not even downplay it. Duh. But it's been nice because even in this like partnership, it's been reminding me like not trying to seek new skills or be this other person, but just like embracing myself in this moment and being like, this is who I am. And these are the things I bring to the table. And I think I really needed that moment of just like not doing anything and just praying to really understand what those things are. So I was really happy that you said that, because it really stuck with me. So thanks.
Stepping into yourself.
Yeah. So
I love that it stuck with you, because it means so much. That I love that. Yeah,
and I think it's
important.
That's where I am in life, and I'm very in my head, very like methodical, and I'm like, okay, this is my next step. Like this is where I am. And it's for me, like when things are seamless, and it's not that it's easy, it's just seamless. It just like there's always going to be work, there's always going to be challenges, but it just feels right, and it's just like natural and like organic, and I'm just like, yay. So yeah, so I'm in a good place with that.
I love that you said that you just took a time and just kind of, from what I've heard, like you kind of just took time to listen to God and just kind of took time to not rush of what you think is right, and you just listen to what is right. And that's when your blessings, I feel, when your blessings come into play more, is when you just start listening to God and not on your path. You're on God's path. So
I think the key word there being listening, which is something that I've had to work with or work on in life in general. Just listening to others, and at that point, it was like, let me turn off all this sound and noise. And it's like, I can't hear and I can't receive if I'm constantly doing.
It's so crazy. So I started my new year with Parker, but after, had our New Year's or whatever, but since the New Year's ended on a Sunday, we ended up going to church. And me, my mom, my dad, and Parker. And the message was kind of like what we're talking about, is kind of just sitting in silence. And he was talking about the Sabbath and like, we have all these goals for the new year, New Year resolutions and all these things. But he said, sometimes God just wants us to just sit in silence, and we need to slow down, listen to what God has to say, and just make a day out of the week and just be bored. Be bored. And
sometimes you just need to do nothing.
You don't need to have, like you said, just there's so much noise that we take in on a daily, and we have noise, we have the TV, we have work, we have this, we have that, we have our kids. And sometimes we have to learn how to just sit in silence. And sometimes even with our kids, have our kids sit in silence and just be and be in our thoughts, and just maybe we can hear what God has to say, or the universe has to say to us,
So Messier sent me this clip the other day on Instagram, and it was talking about how people are making all these resolutions right now. And it was like, don't do that. You're literally going against nature right now, and like the natural calendar or like seasons around us.
So
and it was like, it is still winter time. Nothing's growing right now. Okay, this is the time to shed and purge. Like, this is the time to clean house, and it was like, this is also, for me, this is like the season of planning, the season of preparing. So it's like, when it is time for things to grow in the spring, it's like your shit can grow because you've been taking this time to be still and just like be on your silent ninja, this is your
embracing what is coming for you. Because I love that. I love that you brought that up, because it's so true. And you took from just stepping into yourself, because it all comes together in that way. You really have to just sit in silence sometimes and like hear the universe, hear what God has to say, like just be one.
Yes, I agree. And like it's funny because I'm like when I take Ubers and stuff and I'm talking to Uber drivers and they're like, "Oh, where are you from?" They find out I'm from LA and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you must miss the weather." And I'm like, "I don't." And I'm like, "Of course I love the sunny days, but I'm like, I love seasons." And it's like I need those visual markers. And to me, life in LA is very fast paced. There's no seasons. It's very monotone. Like, to me, it's like a permanent Groundhog Day. I don't care if it's a nice day. After a while, it becomes mundane and it's like, okay, this ain't it. This is not for me. I need some change. I need to see growth. I need to see things like change. I need to see the plants wilt away. Like, and that's why I love it out here so much because it's like like you can see the seasons and you can feel the seasons. And when I explain that to them, they're like, "How old are you?" They're like,
I'm an old soul, sir.
And I'm like, "Look, I really thought I think about things a lot." Like, but it's like, yeah, that's literally like that's where my head is right now. And I just got a new stroller for Zaire and I'm like determined to get out the house more. And what was it? It was like drizzling today, so we didn't leave. But yesterday, tried a new routine.
I remember you told me. I love that you were out and about.
Oh yeah, we walked. We went to go eat. I walked around the neighborhood a little bit. We stopped by the grocery store. And then we walked to Boz's school to pick him up. And I had put his scooter. He got scooters for Christmas. I put a scooter underneath the stroller and we walked home. And it was like the greatest, like, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is my new schedule. Like this is it. So I'm like,
picking it up.
Messier takes him in the morning. Dad does drop off. I do pick up. And it's like, and the boy has so much energy when he comes back from school.
Let's walk it out.
Let's walk it out. Like his teacher, when she saw the scooter, she was like, "Yes, mom." Like hand-eye coordination, left, right. Like she was like, "You got this." And it was great. And what was it? So for New Year's, my dad and Ryder came out.
I know.
To DC. And it's okay, Shannon. Next year we're gonna be together. And it was just like Boz and Ryder were really, missing each other, even though they just saw each other. But they're still like they are thick as thieves. And what was it? My dad's old school. He's like, "Let's go to the park. Let's go outside. Let's go. We don't need to spend any money. We're not playing anything or not playing anything. We're not on the iPads. Like,
right. Yeah.
We're outside." So Boz has two scooters. He had an indoor scooter and an outdoor scooter. They are now both outdoor scooters because him and Ryder, I swear he had the kids out for like 3 hours riding scooters.
I love that.
And it was so great because yesterday when Boz was riding, I was like, dang, like you could ride your scooter. Like you can really ride your scooter. Where he was going over bumps, he was doing little maneuvers. I was like, oh, I really have a son. Like,
girl,
this is a boy. I was reminded of that difference of the boy and girl because there were moments where Boz was like, wrestle, like roughhousing. And then there's moments where Ryder was like, I'm just in my feelings and I just need to release it. And I was like, oh my God, this is a girl. This is a girl. Like,
this is a girl. This is a girl.
Like my sensors right now, like I'm on like I'm in boy zone. Like I'm around boy and men all day.
Yeah.
That girl energy, I was like, sometimes like, oh, I want a daughter. But those moments I was like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?
I know I would probably be the same way. I'm like, girl energy, what? How do we deal with this?
It's different. It's different. And then Ryder's very like empathetic. So it was like she would be telling me things, and lately, like not lately, but like what was it? Today I was watching New Amsterdam, and I just kept crying. Because it was just so emotional. Like, and
I haven't
I'm
watched this
not pregnant. I'm not in like some weirdo zone. Like, but like the last, like I just cry when I get emotional in these shows, and Mezzi will be sitting there like,
Oh,
what
girl,
is
me
wrong
too.
with
I
you?
cry all the time and I sit on the couch like, what's wrong with me right now? Why am I?
I'll be by myself sobbing, like I can't stop crying over this show. He's
No,
like,
I get
put
very.
another show on. And I'm like, no, I'm invested.
I love that you're watching shows now.
I know it's kind of crazy. Like
You're
I've
stepping in.
I've really come a long way in terms of televisions. But there's a TV in the bedroom, so I can't really like avoid it.
Oh, that's.
I didn't like TV. I don't like television in bedrooms.
I know, and I got that from you when I was living with you guys. Now I don't. I used to have a television in my room, and I refuse to have a TV in my room because of you. Literally,
Yes.
my mom was like, because we have a TV out here, and I had another
Mhm.
TV, and I'm like, she's like, why don't you just put it in your room? And I'm like, no,
Mhm.
I'm good. She's like, well, then what are we gonna do with the other one? Girl, I don't
Put it in the kitchen. No. No, but it's like even in the TV in the bedroom, we don't use it as much. Like we'll watch it on the couch and then get up because we just fall asleep. And I'm like, I'm not letting the TV watch me.
Yeah, no. And that's
Mm.
what when the pastor was talking about, it's like that still noise inside your
That's energy.
that's energy and that's noise that
Yeah.
you're sleeping with. So yeah. That's what I took from
It's
you when
like,
you were telling me like, I don't have a TV in my room. I'm like, okay, girl.
I'm like, I miss my old stereo. Like I need I'm stereo. Who says stereo anymore? Like a sound bar.
Stereo. I know what you're talking about.
I know. I haven't seen a stereo. Oh my gosh. I felt so crazy the other day. I went to the Apple store. I had to get a new charger. I
Uh-huh.
haven't bought headphones in a long time. I didn't know headphones have gotten so like they could be so expensive.
Oh, I haven't bought headphones in a
There
long
were
time.
like these new because I want some like headphones that I can like walk around with.
Yeah.
Not just like my AirPods, because people will
I
still
don't even
talk to
have
me and I'm
AirPods.
like, I got my AirPods on. Um, but I love music and I want to start walking around the neighborhood more.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was trying them on. I was like, oh, these are nice. I was playing different songs. I played like I played something with drums. I played something with like real bit like bass. I played a few different like things to be like, okay, this hits my like my
Perfect. Yeah.
musical instrumental likes. And then I was like, how much are these? And the guy was like 500 and something. I was like, are headphones really $500 nowadays?
I have
Like,
no
have I
idea.
just
To
been
the
in like
wrong
a
person.
black hole for that long? But then he showed me other ones that were like $150. But I was like, sir, like I've already
I was
tried those on. I want those.
about
I
make it make sense, sir.
I literally was like, I would just come in here and hang out. Like, why did you let me try these on? And it's walking distance. I was like, I'll be back. Like
You'll see me. You will see me later, sir.
yeah, I think I'm gonna buy some headphones in the next month. I'm like, I do want them though. I'm like, I might be back.
You can
I
splurge.
just
I feel like a splurge every year. You deserve it.
I know, but December was a whole splurge for me. I
Oh
like
no. That's why I couldn't. That's why you
it
guys. I was
was
gonna go to DC, but
it was a
I
lot.
don't know who. I was the best. I was just being Mr. Santa, the best, and I was just like, "Ooh, Parker." But yeah, I hear you.
There were some things that I wanted, like so I did splurge on myself. Like I definitely, Bezier
What
was
did
like,
you
what do you
get for Christmas for yourself?
I wanted some new like perfumes. I got new scents. I got new like body washes that like have fragrance. And I got new like candles. I got different candle sets so that I could like sample different candle scents that I want in the house.
What kind of candle did you get?
Actually they're right here.
Are they
This is
expensive?
the sample set that I got. You know, I call her Auntie Jackie. Jackie, I think Jackie Aina on Instagram. She posts like a lot of like luxury stuff,
I
like
love that.
in-home stuff. And this is her candle line though, and she does a lot of scents.
Oh, cool.
So
Do you like them?
had this like little like she did a 12-day advent calendar for the holiday. So I'm about like halfway through, but I've been like sampling them because I want to buy larger, the bigger
Yeah.
sizes. But I just, they've got these cute names, but I'm like, what do you smell like? So I've got some in the bathroom, some in the kitchen, some in the bedroom. And then there's one, what was it? The matcha business for when I work. But like, yeah, so I like the different scents for different like moments. And
I love that.
yeah, so I got those. Then there was this other company called Vacation, and they have
Hmm.
this candle called Lobby, and it was like, the scent of like a lobby where
The
you go
lobby,
into
yeah.
this of like, when you're on vacation. So I've been going places, like watching my little shows, having my scents, and
I
like,
love that. I
yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to get into right now. I've been trying to do kind of like how you're saying, like make my still moving in and getting it
Mhm.
all together and getting my little knickknacks for my near my fireplace and my countertops and stuff like that. So like I've been getting a lot of candles and one is burning out. I didn't know. I learned something new today that
Yes.
not all candles have like the I'm gonna sound I don't know where I've been, but where it has the wooden stick.
Hmm.
I didn't know they had that.
Hmm.
I thought it was all you guys. I was really I was 33 years old when I found this out today. That there's wooden stick candle same things. I was like, oh, this is cool. Brianna was like, Shannon,
Girl.
she was like, girl, get it together. I was like, oh.
Welcome to the world. Welcome to the adult life of candles.
Well, and I'm amazed that I just found that out because I feel like I'm always in the candle section and I've
Yeah,
never,
like do you have something? Do you trim your candle wick?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I don't blow my candles out and I trim them.
I don't know why I don't know. Who knows? But I bought one today and I was really proud of myself.
Yes.
Well, do you want to say our WTFs and
I'm trying to think if I had a WTF. I feel like I've been having so many great days. Like I was even able to get out on New Year's Eve.
you went out on New Year's?
Yes. I haven't been
Wow.
out on New Year's even pre-kid. Like even before having kids,
Where'd
Cheyenne
you
and I
go? This is a
used to
whole
go it.
nother.
I know, like I'm like, who am I right now? One of Messy's friends, he like manages like this restaurant bar at a hotel, and it was really nice. And we went
So, so
there.
you were out?
I was out, like we were dressed and we were out, and there were other people there.
I need photos. I need pictures
I
of this.
socialized. Like
I love that.
I
So
had to
you
talk to adults who not about children. No. What did you say?
I said you did it for the both of us.
Yeah, it was
I was
nice.
in bed by 11:45.
Oh yeah, no, we were out. We were outside. And then one of his friends is like security at a club. And then we went to a club.
I love that. That's so much fun. And then you had a babysitter. You had your dad.
Hmm. And the kids were great. They were so happy to be with each other. yeah, I'm happy they had that moment together. So the
That's
next time we are gonna have Mr. Parker there.
yes, you
Like,
will.
we're gonna have
And
these
I'm gonna be there out with you and Mez.
bi-coastal sleepovers.
Yes, seriously, we're coming. This year, I'm gonna travel more and just. I think, like you told me, like I just needed that time to rest. I really needed to gain everything back. I just feel like I kind of lost myself the last few months, ending the year. So I really had to like sit and listen and be like with Parker and just regroup everything. So
yeah, I feel you on that. I've enjoyed spending like just one-on-one time with Boz.
yeah,
Just seeing his growth. Like my kid, I love he's so cute and he's so smart. Like I love where he is right now. And yeah, my little heartthrob. Girl, I can't wait to hear about Cheyenne's trip in Dubai though. I'm like
I'm
that
so excited to hear all about it.
I'm already gonna claim that as the next episode, y'all. So if you have questions already, line them up in the comments because we all want to know the deets.
We all want to hear about it.
We all want to know the deets. We all want to know what y'all want to hear too. And then also, just if you're in the same like space of growth or elevation or embracing yourself, tap in. I'm like, what should we do? The little green leafy emoji. Let's have a growth train.
Oh, yeah. Tap into, what we're talking about and share what you're doing different to tap into yourself and get deeper into who you are.
Yep. Or if you're planning in the planning stages, what tools are you using? Like, I could use some. Da-na-na-na-na. Okay. I love y'all. I don't have a WTF. My WTF is life is good right now. Like,
yeah,
that's where my focus is right now, the positives.
I don't have any WTFs right now. Everything is pretty much positive and good. And I guess my advice is just tap in, like Kyle said. R said. I don't know why.
Kyle, you're my family. Like my family so calls me Kyle.
Why did I just call you R? I feel really weird calling you R.
No, it's crazy. I've run into people lately who know me as Kyle, and it's like part of my life is like coming back full circle where I'm like, oh my gosh. Cause like I know there was like a clear cut line where I started introducing myself as like my first name versus like my middle name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, I know where I know you from. I know what period in my life I know you from. Like,
you're like, I know you different parts of your life. I like that. But yeah.
It's
just
interesting.
like what Kyle said. Tap in. Tell us what you're doing and the tools you're using. And thank you for listening. And sorry for the delay, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We made it to another year. I'm like, I missed it when it was like, what was it, Y2K, where it was like, oh my God, the year is going through another year. Are we all going to live or die? Like, as a kid, I was terrified, but now I'm like, that shit's hilarious.
I'm like, all right, good night.
Peace out. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Think Loud Crew, and to tune in, listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Think Loud Crew. I was about to say 2 Live Crew. Don't forget to follow us. And then you can find me at RKylin.
And you can find me at Hair by Shannon C.
And we'll talk to you next week, y'all.
Woo-woo!